talked about the pressures of being a star. Part of these pressures is, of course, what she said, always being under scrutiny. Part of it is coping with rumors about your behavior in public. Part of it is coping with rumors about your private life. Does it get to you now?
Again, my issue is if it was just me, I can deal with it now because I've accepted. As a matter of fact, let me be very honest. In the last 5-7 years, I have, more than sobering down, I have just become this person who accepts a lot. Because I think stardom, my being an actor, being in Mumbai, the acceptance that I've got from millions of people, and the wonderful job that I do, because of which I think my family is what it is. I suddenly, somewhere, last 5-6 years ago, I decided it's not a price to pay, I have to accept this. And I'm accepting of it. So if I have an issue with someone, the best I do is not talk with them. I feel bad. I feel extremely bad. I get extremely, I don't take it as a job. I've never taken acting or being in films as a job. So there are nights and evenings and days which I keep talking about. I do feel lonely. I cry a lot. I get very, very disturbed with certain things.
I'm going to stop you there. You cry a lot?
Yeah.
Really?
It's good practice for
like
the kind
when
of films
and
I
how?
do.
No, seriously. Don't make a joke.
Yeah,
You cry what? Alone at home? When you cry?
It's difficult at times, and then people do tell me that I expose a lot of my private life publicly, but I don't think this is a private life. It just hurts me. It disturbs me. There are times when I sit down with people and try to explain to them that, listen, this is not the way to deal with my life and say this. But I know, you just need a bite, you need a sound bite, you need a headline, you've done it as a joke. And it gets to me at times, yeah. It gets very sad and lonely, and I'll be very honest. I cover it up with a facade of being humorous and having fun all the time. And a lot of it is that. A lot of my sense of humor and joking in public is, listen, I feel sad about having reached where I have reached sometimes. And I can't do much about it. So I've accepted it. And I don't know how I take it. Sometimes I'm angry, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I ignore it, sometimes I'll just sit down. I can't talk to anyone about it, to be honest. But it gets a little depressing now because my kids are growing up. And one is 15, one is 12 and a half. And now they read, they want to ask. I was very clear when I had my children that they should not get overshadowed by the name in the positive or the negative way. So yeah, it
does get to you?
Like when you say, how do I deal with it? I deal with it as anyone would, with being sad, with overlooking it, sometimes, with everything, aggression and disturbance.
The image of Shah Rukh Khan sitting alone, lonely at home and crying is one that most people in this room will find hard to believe because that's not your public image at all.
Yeah, like I said, it's a part of my public image, as Katrina also mentioned.
Yeah.
Like I've said, I'm an employee of the image that I've created, and that image is happy-go-lucky and always exuberant and pretty and wonderful and talks about love and goodness. So I'm just an employee, and as employees would know, they got to do what the boss tells them to do. So yeah, but there are days when the employee is not happy. Yeah. And, I don't even have a redressal. I can't write a letter to the employer and say, listen, dude, can you do some roles which make people look okay that if I'm aggressive and sad? So you can't. And and it's not a sad place to be. If I was given a choice again in my life, I'd do exactly the same.